Hi guys, my name is Lauren Lewis.
And I'm Rimana Khabati, and we are your co-hosts for the Life Unfiltered podcast.
And thank you everyone for joining us today.
Help us welcome Maggie Burns, a special guest. Maggie, how are you and how are you feeling today?
Good, how are you?
We are good.
To start us off, would you like to tell us a bit about yourself?
Sure. I have a twin brother. I play lacrosse, and I'm on the cross-country team.
All right. Now, what I hear from that and things I already know about you, I know that you're big into sports. Now, how does that kind of approach and shape the way that you approach school and just life, and how do you find the balance?
Well, I feel like with sports, there comes a lot of relationships, and with the work of teamwork in group projects for schoolwork, I feel like I'm a lot more understanding because there's many different personalities and you can't all be the same to get a task done. So
Yeah.
For sure.
I love it.
Like, uniqueness is what makes our world less boring.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
I love it. That was a beautiful answer.
Yes. So you play lacrosse and cross country, right?
Yep.
So how do those, how are they different, and how do you manage the difference between them, and how are they similar, and how does that help you kind of manage both? Because sports are like a lot of management, a lot of commitment.
Well, with lacrosse, I play it all year round. So I do off-season in the summer and sometimes in the fall, and then the spring season in the spring with the school. It's a lot of dedication, hard work, and like you're relying on your teammates to help you on the field to accomplish this mission. Meanwhile, with cross country, it's a lot of self-dedication, and it's basically how long can you go before your brain tells you to stop, and like it's a lot of you're working together as a team, but it's also individual, if that makes sense.
Yeah. It kind of reminds me of powerlifting.
Yeah, it's very similar
It's
to
very
powerlifting, very similar to dance.
Totally.
A lot of those things.
Totally. Now, I think that a lot of what you just talked about is character building. Now, how do you think that sports builds into your journey when it comes to building your character and then just students?
I feel like sports overall has really helped with my character because those key relationships that you build give you role models. I have so many coaches that I see how they like persevere and how they conduct themselves with such confidence, and I try to apply that to my daily life because like it provides you such great examples of how you should be when you're an adult.
Yes.
That is so
of
true.
course.
I feel like everything that you go through, especially in your teen years, are very important to shaping who you are, and obviously. But also a part of that, building your character, is making your relationships and your friendships. How does that play into it? Do you think it helps you become like a better friend, being able to like do teamwork and stuff like that? Or is it very different because like on the field, it's like, you know, competition, work, stuff like that? Or is that different?
Right.
I feel like being on the field is actually how you make your closest friends. In the off season, I play with a lot of different girls from a lot of different schools, and like some of my best friends I've met from having trauma of passing the ball back and forth. A girl who's just like playing rough defense, and you can go, "Hey, she did this to me. Hey, she did that. It's okay. We got each other's back."
Right.
Yeah.
And I feel like it kind of makes it stronger because like even if you don't go to the same school, playing the same sport can like really make strong friendships. Like some of my best
100%.
friends.
Yeah.
100%. I know that there's some girls I dance with that, you know, we don't go to the same school, but, you know, they're still really good friends. And I think, like, you know, with sports or just like anything after school, I think it just builds those friendships and makes them like 10 times stronger.
100%.
Yeah. Now, if you had any advice to give to students dealing with balance issues, right? Because there's so many kids, you know, who play sports and have a job and, you know, and they try to keep up their grades and they do it all. So do you have any advice for those kids on how to strike the balance between school and sports and everything?
I would say in order to keep the balance, you have to keep yourself happy. You have to weigh whether or not the pros and cons. Like, I guess how I would word it is if you're really stressed, just like watch a movie. Like what I do is I like write in a planner and I just have it all laid out. And sometimes it can seem a little overwhelming. So I make it like, oh, I have to get these assignments done and then I'll like go for a walk with my dog.
Yeah.
Like it's all about strategically planning so that you're not overbooked.
Yes.
Like I specifically get stuff done before a meet day so that I know, hey, I have a meet day and then I'm going to a football game after. I'm not going to have time to do this.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
I get it.
So now that kind of reminds me of, I've seen some things about like, you know, over planning and how that can kind of push you back a bit more. How do you feel about that? Because I know you said you strategically plan. Do you think that stresses you out more, or has that worked for you? You think it's different? What do you think?
Well, I really like to plan.
Yeah.
I'm a planner. So I feel like it doesn't really stress me out more, but I could see where it could like stress other people out. Yeah.
Now, you did say that you are a part of a lot of extracurriculars, and would you like to tell us what some of those extracurriculars are?
Well, I'm in Ambassadors Club, and we basically do things like freshman orientation, a bunch of like helping out stuff. Mrs. Lynch is the person who does it. I love her dearly.
We love Miss Lynch.
Yes.
She's a Spanish teacher
She's
at
great.
Athens. We love her so much.
And she does offer a lot of volunteering opportunities and
Yes.
ambassador stuff. Now that you get to be more involved with your community, you know, and how is that kind of like a good lesson for you, and how does that play into how you view like relationships or like how you view community in general?
Well, I did a thing called New Parent Tours. And so basically for about 4 hours, we opened up the school and we gave these new families tours. And it was a lot of ethnic diverse families. Like we had people of all sorts of backgrounds come in. And they all had one shared interest, which was their child's education. And I really get that because I came from Royal Oak. So I moved into the district pretty late into like elementary school. So I completely understand not knowing like, hey, how does this like be ran, or like I can see where a parent
Can need that.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So it definitely helps out families and touches up on all of that.
Yeah. Now, I know how involved you are with sports, and I know how involved you are with school. Now, do you think that it helps a student more to be involved in sports more, or involved in clubs and more academic things?
Well, I would say that I rank it school comes first. Like schoolwork, grades. That's where your future's really going to lie. And then it goes to sports.
Right.
And then clubs.
Right.
I feel like clubs can be a great opportunity, especially if you sign up with friends, go together, make new friends. It's just clubs are very sporadic when it comes to meeting.
That's true.
Sports are very constant.
Yep.
So if you have a lot of clubs, it's hard to tell your coaches, hey, I have to be a little late because I have this random club meeting. So
Yeah.
I find that difficult for athletes. I know for Ambassadors Club, the cross country girls and the swim girls, and I'm sure other sports that I'm not thinking of, we all kind of leave like a little early because we have to get changed. We have to eat a snack.
Yeah.
Like
For sure. Now, I feel like this is touching upon balance again, because you are in clubs, you are in sports, and you have all these assignments and work, and you're such a smart kid doing a lot of things at once. And I know you had a job. Did you recently quit? Sorry.
Yeah, I recently quit my job.
So that
because,
was a lot of management. So do you feel like students often have to sacrifice in order to get in touch with what they need to complete, like assignments and schoolwork, or do you think it's like possible in like the gist of it?
Well, I do believe that there are some things where if you don't need it, you can get rid of it. Like with my job, I quit to focus on my grades and like off-season lacrosse while being in season with cross country. I feel like it would have been very overwhelming, and overall, in my opinion, grades come first. Whether you have good grades, bad grades, grades are what give you opportunity. So.
Totally. Grades are what gives you opportunity. I love it. Now, how do you ground yourself? Because at the end of the day, you come home from doing all of these things, from classes and practice and things like that. And like, what's something that you do that keeps you grounded and, kind of brings you back to calm?
Oh, I always play my guitar. Usually I have to practice jazz band stuff.
And she does jazz band, guys. She can.
Yeah.
We haven't even gotten into jazz band yet. But yeah, okay.
But yeah, I feel like playing my guitar, it like kind of calms me because I can just close my door and just kind of
Just play your guitar.
play.
Right.
That's so amazing. How
Beautiful.
did you like start getting into that? How did you figure out that was kind of what helped you the most?
Well, I've been playing guitar since like 6th grade. I
Oh
think.
wow.
And basically, it's just relaxing. Something about, like, you can play what the sheet wants you to play, but you can also play what you want to
What you
play.
want to play. Oh
That's
my
beautiful.
goodness.
That's beautiful, Maggie. Thank you.
So I know that you are often managing these grades. When you get not bad grades, excuse me, when you don't get when you don't achieve as much as you would like or what you wrote down you would get or something like that, how do you deal with that emotionally? Because emotions and your mental health in general are very important and they can affect you negatively or positively.
Well, I feel like if I get a, quote, bad grade, I kind of beat myself up a little bit, but I feel like we all do that. I kind of reassure myself and go, okay, I know what I did wrong this time. Or sometimes you don't, because you don't always get answers. I basically take into consideration, what can I change next time? Could I maybe do another hour of studying this? Or could I try doing more Kahoots? Could I do, like, I know some people do the thing where they, like, read what they have to their stuffed animals. So, like, sometimes I'll do that.
Right.
Like, it might be goofy, but
Right,
whatever it is, to keep, like, that main concept in your mind, I feel like basically just knowing I can do better next time.
Of course.
So I don't think of it as a bad thing. I think of it as I can now grow from this.
Yeah, that's a good way to approach it, and I feel like that's very important. Now, you did talk about, dealing with your emotions and your time, and to kind of ground yourself, you like to play guitar. That's kind of like something more creative, and that's kind of creativity is a good way to approach things, but there's also like just problem-solving skills. Now, when it comes to these two, which one do you think helps you the most and is more important when it comes to situations or school or like anything in general?
I would say that problem-solving skills are probably going to help you more. With problem-solving skills, you are basically using your brain to manipulate how you want to, like, create an outcome.
Yeah.
So, like, problem-solving is, think of, like, a puzzle, and a puzzle piece is missing. If you don't use problem-solving skills, you can't find that missing puzzle piece, even if it's just like falling on the floor.
Of
Yeah,
course.
for sure.
Yeah.
Of
Now,
course.
when you talk about that, it makes me kind of wonder, what do you think about creativity and how important do you think it is to implement it into like school or like just into your daily life?
I actually think that creativity is like really important. Creativity can come in a lot of forms. I feel like without creativity, the world would be very, very boring. So, yeah.
Yeah, totally. Now, I know, well, we are in the same grade. We're a class of 2027. So
27?
speaking to our whole class, is there issues that you think that face our class, our grade, or that kids in our grade face a lot, that kind of you could speak to, like things that everybody struggles with? I think a lot of it is probably self-esteem, and
Yes.
self-image, like we're kids, we're teenagers, and I think it's balance. But like, what do you think?
I feel like we're starting to get to the age where we're realizing that self-individuality is really important.
Yes.
I feel like in the younger grades, you're so busy trying to be like, I'm a high schooler. Meanwhile, you get to junior year and like the upperclassmen, and I'm realizing that like, what do I like?
Wow.
And I feel like probably the whole grade can agree with this.
Yeah.
Whether it's picking out a pair of shoes that you like, or I really like this top from Garage, I'm gonna get this top.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a lot of tests junior year. I feel every other day is like midterms.
Right.
I swear.
Right. And then the SAT and the PSAT.
Yeah, SAT, PSAT. What score did you get?
Right.
Like,
What score did you get? Exactly.
Okay, guys, it's all gonna be worth it.
Right. Right.
Soon.
Yeah. It's a lot. Yeah. It's
Now,
totally
Lauren, you're talking about this about your grade and stuff. Like, now, have you ever like looked at it and been like, this is when I'm like, oh, this is my grade, and I feel like we're all struggling with this. And what kind of situations do you feel like you struggle with alongside with your grade?
I think that there's a lot of things, for younger people to struggle with, and things that we can struggle with, and the individuality is so important. And not me specifically something that I deal with, but something I see a lot of kids dealing with is obviously the stress of college and anxiety and not knowing what you want to do.
For sure.
It is so insanely normal because we are so insanely young. I feel like it's so easy to get caught up in the Common App and colleges and 5 colleges to apply
AP
to.
Classroom.
And 5 colleges, right, and AP Classroom and yada, 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 and all this, and acceptance rate and SAT scores. And it's so easy to get caught up in things, but we are so young. And it is okay if you don't know what college you want to go to yet. It is okay if you don't have your major picked out. It's okay if you don't have your essay finished or your Common App. Do it, but it's okay. It is okay, and I think that all of us can be more gentle on ourselves, and we can be more understanding and realize that it is okay.
For sure.
We're still young. We have so much life left, and we have so much time left.
For sure,
Yes.
for sure. And I feel like as long as you're putting in the effort every day, like look at every day and be like, yes, I'm putting in the effort. As long as you're putting in the effort, then you are okay. Everything will be okay.
Exactly.
You will get into a college. You will do great things. I
Yes.
mean, look at all of you guys.
Right.
You guys are
Aw.
amazing.
And we are going to end up exactly where we are meant to be. And we're so
Yes.
lucky,
Red
that
string
we're in a
theory.
district that we have so many opportunities. So as long as you are using your opportunities and you're putting your best foot forward, you're fine. You're
sure,
fine.
you are
Totally.
going to do great. And
Totally.
the advice that I have for you guys with the tests and stuff, put in the effort. Don't stress about it. I feel like the mental health capacity of it when it comes to junior year, since it's so many tests and you feel like, oh my gosh, this is the end of the world.
Right.
If I don't get a 1500 on the SAT,
Right.
I'm gonna
It's
fail.
so easy to feel that way.
Yeah, and I felt that way. I really did. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is not good enough. I'm not good enough. No matter how much stuff I'm doing, I'm not good enough. Do not. Really,
Yeah.
I fell into that, and I know a lot of people in my grade did. And I feel like you guys are going through that too. And you guys' class is so competitive. So you guys will do great. Just be better than you were yesterday. And as long as you're better than you were yesterday and you were a year ago, then you're on the right track.
Our lovely senior. Thank you, Ramon.
Yes.
Thank you for sharing. Now, Maggie, if you could give one piece of advice to your future self, what would you tell Maggie maybe like 20 years or maybe just 10 years down the line from now?
Like future Maggie, right?
Yes,
Future
future
Maggie.
Maggie. If you had advice for
Think
her.
of the question.
Yeah, of course.
You take your time.
I would probably say for future Maggie, I really hope that you're happy. Do what you believe is right. Being genuine is probably the best thing that can happen to you, and everything else will fall in place. Being confident. Confidence is key, I guess.
Yeah.
Confidence is
Fake it till
key.
you make it if you're
Oh,
not.
yeah.
Yeah.
Fake it till you make it.
Like, get comfortable with the uncomfortable.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I love that
Okay,
one. Get comfortable with the uncomfortable.
This is like old man
Yeah,
wise.
this is very
really good.
wise.
Oh my goodness.
See the wrinkles.
I know. I was about to say, I see a gray beard coming in. Look at that.
Now, to end it off here, now you give advice to yourself in the future. What advice would you give to the younger generation that are going through similar things that you have been through or you are going to go through?
I would say for the younger generation, just believe in yourself. It's not as bad as it seems. What might seem like a really bad test in the moment is really just a stepping stone. What you think might become of yourself could really be nothing. So sometimes things just kind of work themselves out. I guess just stay true to yourself and you'll meet the right people.
No, that is great advice, Maggie.
Maggie.
Thank you so much for sitting down with us. It was truly an honor. I just want to say that if you guys are looking for us, you know where to find us at life.unfilteredpod on YouTube, Spotify, Instagram, and TikTok.
And if you guys would like to be a guest, in the Instagram bio, there is a form for you to, if you want any suggestions or if you have any questions or if you would like to be on the podcast, all that can be found in the Instagram bio. Thank you so much, Maggie, for sitting down with us today.
Thank you so much. I am your co-host, Rumaila Khabati.
And Lauren Lewis.
And always remember to embrace the mess and live life unfiltered. Bye, guys!